YouTube. What's good, gents? What's good, ladies? Welcome back to another video on Tongo Reacts, man. Now, listen, I'm gonna get straight into it, gents. We're gonna react to a doctor. Now, listen, this is probably not what I was expecting to ever do on my channel in terms of reacting to doctors, but listen, he's got an important message for you. And who am I? Who am I to not listen to a doctor? Some of you guys don't even have matric certificates to have this type of arrogance to not listen to a doctor. So we're going to listen to a doctor together, gents. We're going to find out what he's talking about. So, but before I get into it, gents, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's free, gents. Just subscribe. I think I'm on 38 subscribers. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, gents. It's free. Now let's get into it, gents. I'm not even gonna waste your time. I forgot this doctor's name, but hopefully he's gonna say it during the video. Let's get it, man.
Dr. Orion Taraban, and this
Dr. Orion Taraban. Listen, Dr. Orion.
is PsycHacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is women are dirty. Now, I don't mean that they're physically dirty. I mean that women's minds are full of dirty, dark, and twisted desires. To be fair, men's minds are the same way, but men already have a reputation for this. Girls, on the other hand, are presumed to be made of sugar and spice and everything nice. And I'm here to tell you that is far from the truth.
Now listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, gents. Growing up, I used to think girls were made out of glass. Girls were marshmallows, warm marshmallows that should be taken care of with love, tender, and joy. Now listen, that is still the case, especially for women in your life. But bro, listen, bro. Women are not what I thought they were. He just talked about women being dirty mentally, bro. Listen, gents, I've been in situations with girls where I've asked them certain things, and the answers they've given me, bro, made me look at them differently. I've been in certain situations with women, bro, where I'm thinking, yo, you might be a demon. You might be a demon. So all this marshmallow shit, bro, where was this guy when I needed him? When I was in high school, when I was being lied to, where were you? Doctor, where were you?
So we can consider this an extension of an episode I made a while back called Every Woman is Two Women, in which I attempted to explain that every woman carries at least two personalities inside of her. One is the public.
Sorry, gents, my phone is about to switch off. This is very unprofessional, blood. My phone's about to switch off. Let me just charge my phone, man. Yeah.
Public-facing persona that she uses when she goes to work and rides the bus and engages with her friends and family. And the other is the bedroom persona that comes to life behind closed doors. And it's very difficult to make accurate predictions about the bedroom persona simply by viewing the public-facing persona.
Facts, bro. He's spitting, man. Now listen, he is spitting. That's where the saying is, yo, bro. You know those quiet girls? The quiet girls be the ones, bro. Listen, bro. I used to think the quiet girls were the best ones until you realize these quiet girls are on something else, bro. They are on another. They are in another frequency once they get comfortable with you.
That said, we can make some reasonable generalizations.
And you know what? To be honest, bro, I'm actually happy that I found this guy, because this guy was on my timeline, and people be like, "Yo, Tonga, why do you think like this? You don't like women." Listen, I love women. Me, I love women. I love them. If you don't like women and you're watching my shit, bro, you're on the wrong channel. I love women. My thing is this, bro. I want guys to understand women. Understand them. Because when you don't understand them, you're going to start getting angry at them. Once you start getting angry at women, this is when niggas start doing GBV towards them. This is when niggas start look smexing, drinking peptides and all this nonsense. I want to understand women, and I want men to understand women. Once you understand a woman, I'm telling you, dog, the relationship between you and women is gonna be fruitful. I promise you. I promise you. I've seen it in my life, and I'm young. I'm still in my early 20s, and I've seen it already. That when you understand these girls, why she's doing certain things, you're not gonna go crazy. You're not gonna be like, fuck, stressing out, and you're thinking, you're swearing at yourself, talking to yourself in the streets. Bruh, okay, this is why she cheated on me. Fuck. Okay, this is why she's not answering my messages. Okay, this is why she's doing this. This is why she's doing that. This is why she's still talking to her ex. This is why she's doing this. It is how it is, bro.
Derived from psychological truths and observed behavior at like the population level. When we look at these sources, we see that women's desires are much more socially unacceptable than they are typically considered to be, and that these socially unacceptable desires tend to cluster around fairly predictable themes. First and foremost, let's examine what we might consider the prototypical feminine romantic fantasy, namely Beauty and the Beast. Beautiful Belle explores her Stockholm Syndrome kink and falls in love with her monstrous, aggressive captor, despite his grotesque appearance. The conventional interpretation of this story is that the purity and patience of Belle's love transformed the inhuman beast into a handsome gentleman, who she was somehow able to perceive beneath the surface. It's what's on the inside that counts, right? But this interpretation lacks parsimony. It's actually more straightforward to posit that Belle fell for Beast because he's beastly, it's in his name, not despite the fact he was beastly. Let's consider. We often speak of nefarious men who see women purely as objects of sexual conquest, men who are solely interested in adding another notch in their belts, as it were. However, this is not an exclusively gendered practice. Women also see men as objects of conquest, albeit potentially a conquest of a more emotional or psychological variety. Women can and do desire to conquer men, and the paramount conquest of a woman is domesticating the bad, dangerous, unbreakable man into her pet.
Bro, and listen, in layman's terms, is basically taking that guy that used to get bitches, that guy that was athletically, he was on another level to most other guys, and then turning that guy into a fat soy boy. That's basically what he just said, and I've seen it, bro. I've seen it, bro. I've seen it with guys, and I'm like, bro, you were so cold. Like, all of a sudden you get a girl, and now you are just you suck now. And I've seen it, bro. Girls, they do that, bro. I've noticed it. Maybe now I've noticed it. Not all girls, but most girls, they do that. They get a guy and they simp him out. They simp him out, make him fat, make him ugly, put him in some clothes that are so like, bro, you don't even fit in those shoes, and then they simp you out, take your money, and then when they're done with you, they're going to cheat on you with the garden boy. I've seen it, gents. Or they're gonna cheat on you with the younger boy who just finished high school.
I'll say that again. The paramount conquest of a woman is domesticating the bad, dangerous, unbreakable man into her pet. This is the challenge that women pine for. They're like horse whisperers on the lookout for the Mustang no one else can tame. This is the female equivalent of the challenge depicted in, say, Dangerous Liaison, in which Valmont seeks to seduce the chaste and engaged Cecile. The fact that one conquest is more or less sexual and the other is more or less emotional is kind of beside the point. In fact, because it's emotional, such a conquest is much more likely to be complete and enduring relative to a sexual one. And if we understand Beast's monstrosity to be a feature, not a flaw, with respect to Belle's attraction, a lot of otherwise mystifying female behavior starts to make sense. Belle is into bestiality. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. She could pick any man in a 50-mile radius and she chose an animal.
And gents, let me tell you something. This is why this is why, gents, I'm not saying that. Okay, let me just say women are not really good when it comes to picking partners. Let me expand. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be picking partners. I'm saying that the type of guys that these girls settle with primarily prime wait, primarily it makes sense. But bro, in nowadays, bro, you be like, why is this girl settling with an unemployed drug dealer? But because in terms of a biology, bro, the way she is as a woman, the way he is as a man, she's attracted to that. Even though socially it doesn't make sense. She shouldn't be with that guy. She should be with the nice guy. With the guy who's got a job, with the guy with a stable life. But she can't because biologically, bro, she's just attracted to this beast. This unemployed guy who doesn't listen. He's got a couple of he's got a couple of charges on him. He's got his car, doesn't care what other people thinks about him. He's tall, he's got tattoos. You know the typical guy, bro, that these girls go for, bro. And they like them type of guys because they just got certain masculine traits that these soy boy nice guys don't have, bro. Something I always tell gents, I've seen, and something that I've seen, bro. Girls like guys that don't listen to them. I've seen it, bro. Bro, I'm telling you right now, bro. A girl would rather be with a guy who doesn't listen to her 50% of the time than a guy that listens to her 100% of the time. Bro, girls like it. Listen, yeah, bro, I can make a movie about shit like this, bro. I can tell, bro, I can break this shit down. Not as good as Doctor of this guy, but I'm saying that, listen, if you can make a woman cry because of an argument you've had with her or because of a disagreement, she might fall more in love with you, bro. I'm being so honest, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Once you get a woman in her feelings, she starts crying. It's because you don't listen, bro. I'm telling you, the love is just is getting deeper and deeper, bro. This guy is spitting facts. Where was this guy when I needed him?
And this, of course, is why the story has to end when it does, with the transformation of Beast into a gentleman. After all, if she fell in love with a monster, how long do you think she'd be interested in a gentleman?
Oh, that's why, gents. Gents, you have to realize, and this is not all women. Not all women are gonna go for these unemployed drug dealers, these guys who got nothing going on for themselves. Some women like nice guys. But gents, I want you guys to realize something that women do. And I call it rebranding. If you see a woman growing up and all she was going for are these unemployed drug dealers, these guys that have got who are just a menace to society, then all of a sudden, after 15 years of dealing with those guys and two children, she's now dealing with the pastor. Brother, rebranding. And she cannot leave. she might marry this guy, but bro, I'm telling you right now, that beast will always haunt her, bro. It will all in the back of her mind, bro. That beast is who she really wants to be with. But because socially, economically, she can't, because she's gonna be looked down upon, bro. And nowadays, bro, I'm not gonna lie, women care about how other people view them, about how other people view their relationships. So she will marry the pastor, she will marry the nice guy, but it's the beast that turns her on, bro. And it's hard for a woman to let go of that person or that guy that that turns her on, man. That she loved or that she loves. It's very hard, man.
She could have had one of those from the get-go and spared herself all the trouble. Belle has succeeded in her conquest, but in so doing, she has undermined the basis of her own attraction. So I don't have high hopes for the longevity of that relationship.
Facts.
We undermine the bases of
Facts. Yes, this guy's spitting, man.
our own attraction to our own detriment. Just like Don Juans lose interest in a woman after they possess her physically, the Belles of the world lose interest in a man after they possess him emotionally.
Once she's done with that pastor, simps him out, makes him fat, takes his money, she's going back to, listen, I'm sure you've even seen this on the internet, she's going back to that 24-year-old. She's going back to that guy that just finished university who's unemployed. Jens. She's going back to the beast. The dread-headed guy with tattoos on his face. That's who she's going back to, because that's who she really likes. Just, Jens, all I'm saying is, Jens, just watch the type of men that your girl dates. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna tell you a lot about who she really likes. It is, bro. It definitely is.
They want to tame the bad boy, but when they succeed in doing so, they are no longer interested in him. And they typically have no compunction about moving on to more exciting opportunities. Introducing my innovative first novel.
Shout out to Doctor, bro. Actually, you know what? Just because he's spitting facts, I'm gonna watch his ad, man.
Starry Night. Step into the world of painter Vincent van Gogh. Genius, sinner, prophet, madman. Relive the final 10 weeks of his life in this breathtaking tale of art, love, loss, and meaning, and challenge what you think you know about life and relationships. Once you see through Vincent's eyes, the world will never look the same again. Starry Night. Order your copy today. The links are in the description. Now, we have to remember that this heartwarming tale of conquest and bestiality is the all-ages version of the story. When we approach content that is created exclusively for adults, we see these themes even more clearly. Romance novels constitute the majority of best-selling fiction today, with over 60% of Kindle bestsellers coming from that genre, a figure that is largely driven by the popularity of romantasy books in which romance and fantasy elements are blended together. And who are the male protagonists in these works of fiction? You already know the answer. You guessed it, monsters. The most mainstream examples here typically involve run-of-the-mill monsters, creatures like vampires and werewolves, whereas the choice of species grows increasingly outré as you make your way off the beaten path. For instance, a very popular example these days is Morning Glory Milking Farm, in which a young millennial woman gives hand jobs to minotaurs in order to pay off her student loans, eventually falling in love with one of her bullheaded clients. Trust me, women's hear me outs are far, far more deviant than men's.
You know, bro, like, I actually like it when doctors validating some of my ideologies, bro. Listen, I genuinely believe, bro. Women's secrets on. If you're not ready for it, bro, you are genuinely. You might suffer from a stroke, bro. Listen, a man's secret is like I fucked my cousin. A woman's secret would be something like, yo, I got two kids from two different guys, and both of those guys are not the father of the kids, and I work as a prostitute, and I actually love it, bro. It's, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, if you're not ready for it, don't ask, cause she's gonna tell you stuff that you might be very uncomfortable with.
But our society more or less completely disavows that these desires exist. Speak to them directly, and you're much more likely to get slapped or hit with an HR complaint than to find a willing and eager participant, which is probably why women are increasingly retreating into a private world to satisfy them. And this doesn't stop with text-based fantasies that they read for the story. For instance, women.
Oh, yeah. I know. I just like the book. Okay, cool. I just like the book. I just like the cover. It's so artistic. Okay.
Women's use of pornography has absolutely skyrocketed in recent years. Whereas pornography functionally used to be an exclusively male space, women now constitute around 40% of all consumers of that content. It's basically half and half. And
I'm telling you, women gooners, female gooning is a problem. We don't want to talk about it because, like, no, girls don't watch porn. Girls, all they do is read the Bible and go to church. Okay, bro. Okay.
we know from their revealed preferences that the types of pornography that men and women tend to consume exhibit marked distinctions. For example, pornography that depicts violence against women is far, far more likely to be consumed by women than by men. Hitting, slapping, humiliation.
And this is a very sensitive topic, James. Listen, this is a very sensitive topic that needs mature minds. People are critical thinkers because I remember I had a girlfriend, right? And I remember I was talking to her. We're just talking shit. And then I asked her, like, yo, so like, I asked her, what do you want to happen to you that you are scared other people are gonna judge you for? Bro? You know what she told me? She told me, I wanna be, even just to say it, bro, it gave me goosebumps. And this time I was young, I was like 18, 17. She was like, I wanna be grabbed and slapped. That's what she told me. She said, I wanna be grabbed and slapped. And while you're in session, she said, while you are in session, I want you to spit on me. Bro, I never looked at her the same way after that. And then that's when I started to realize maybe women are not made of marshmallows and glass. She said she wanted me to spit on her. And listen, I'm not the type of guy to be doing things like that, bro. Listen, I'm only doing it to girls that I believe trust me. I have to believe that this girl trusts me to do that. She has to love me, bro, to the point where like I've been in a situation where a girl begged me to spit on her. Like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Girls be begging me to spit on them. But this is what people don't want to understand, that these accept women for who they are, gents. Don't be judging these girls. Accept everything for them. No, man. Accept everything that they have, gents. I'm not saying you have to tolerate their nonsense. tolerate their bullshit. Because if they're disrespecting you, she has to go. But there's certain things, bro, that you might find disgusting. You might find a bit weird, but that's just what she likes, bro. And if you're not ready for this type of information, you're being left behind.
Even simulated rape. These
Hey.
are some of the dark fantasies associated with the kind of deep submissiveness for which women cannot find a socially acceptable outlet in today's day and age, especially in a culture in which describing women as anything other than powerful and dominant is functionally viewed as misogynistic. These desires have not been extinguished. That's not how desires work. They have simply been pushed below the surface into a psychic space where even many of the women themselves do not understand them. In any case, all of this can be understood as a kind of antithesis to the looks-maxing trend in many male circles today. You don't have to go to Korea and get a facial to get laid, my dude. Being pretty and attractive can help you get girls, yes, but paradoxically, so can being ugly and repulsive. Like,
so can being unemployed. So can being... Gents, anyone that tells you anyone that tells you you need money to get bitches, you need money to get girls, they don't know what they're talking about. I've seen unemployed citizens chowing baddies. When I say baddies, I'm talking like, yo, bro, this girl's genuinely beautiful. And she's getting crushed by niggas who are in the streets asking for 2 rand, asking for Stuyvesant. If you're in South Africa, you know what I'm talking about. They're on the streets asking for a Stuyvesant, asking for a scaife.
being rough, rugged, burly, beastly, monstrous.
Big, ugly, big dog. You can be 6'3" and ugly and still get you a fine thing, bro.
Even to the point of being repulsive, seems
okay. Relax now. Listen, doctor, I agree with everything you've said. Relax. Relax.
to exert a strange power over women. This could potentially be an artifact of sexual dimorphism. If prettiness signals femininity, then what is diametrically opposite to that, in this case, ugliness, would signal masculinity. As a man, you actually don't have to be good looking to get women, though of course it helps. And I'm going to end this episode by putting a thought into the minds of every man out there. My guys, every time you get nervous about approaching a woman, every time you think that she is out of your league, just remember, she has fucked an uglier man than you.
Facts. Yo, listen. Bro, yes, this guy's talking, man. Bro, if you see some of the niggas that these women be dating, like a woman will be like, I have a boyfriend, then you look at him and you think, my sister, you also now. What are you doing with this guy? I've been in situations like I'm talking to girls and they're telling me they have husbands and boyfriends. And I'm looking at these guys, I'm like, bruh, are you being serious? You messing with me? Pull through, man. Come over, man. Why are you talking to this guy? This guy. Listen. This guy's talking, man.
So buck up.
You know what, bro? I actually never thought of it like that. Even though I have thought of it like that. In terms of me approaching a girl and having this type of thought process, I've never thought of it like that. Fuck it, bro. I might start thinking like that now.
What do you think? Does this fit with your own experience? Let me know in the comments below. And please send this episode to someone who you think might benefit from its message, because it's word of mouth referrals like this that really helped make the channel grow. I know you know someone who needs to hear.
Bro, shout out to this doctor, bro. Listen, I'm gonna actually subscribe to his YouTube channel. I downloaded this video. I'm gonna subscribe to his YouTube channel. I hope you subscribe to his YouTube channel. I hope you'd subscribe to my YouTube channel. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Shout out to Dr. Orion, bro. Listen, he's spitting. I'm not gonna lie, he was in flow state. He was moving like Lamine Yamal. He was in flow state. Listen, gents, it's late, 2 a.m. in the morning. I think I got 3 more videos to to um to react to, and I'm feeling fresh. But that's the end of this video, gents. Like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Comment down below, gents. Am I talking shit? Is he talking shit? Are we talking shit? Or do you agree with us, gents? Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you girls and boys soon. Peace.